Okay, so I am coming on here to vent a little bit, and I am just curious as to how other Christian parents would respond to the scenario I'm getting ready to lay out for you. I say Christian parents because I am a Christian mother. I am not perfect. I am not stating that anybody that is not Christian is not welcome to my page. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else or that I'm right and other people are wrong that don't believe like me. I'm not saying any of that stuff. So I'm just wanting the opinion of like-minded individuals just out of curiosity. So this is a scenario. If you're not a Christian, that's okay. You can comment if you want and tell me how you would respond or how you would feel in this instance if you were in my shoes. Okay, so a little tidbit of information. My children, well, 6 of my children are going to a private Christian school. They are all boys, and private meaning it costs money. There's tuition. Private meaning there is no transportation, no bus transportation. Parents are responsible for transportation. Private meaning that they wear uniforms, that hairstyles and hair colors and hair lengths are they're pretty strict on that stuff. Facial hair for boys, absolutely no. Tucking in shirts, any sweater you wear has to have a school logo. Like, they're pretty strict about a lot of things. And so that's what I mean by private. Like, what you would, the stereotypical private school and what you think would happen in that private school. Christian meaning we do sign agreements stating that we fill out things, what church we go to, what our religion is, just agreements that we're going to abide by things in the school and live a life to the best of our ability that kind of aligns with Scripture and whatnot. And that is very subjectable because we all know that Scripture can be perceived by people differently. So I'm not going to argue any of that type of stuff right now. But they're at a Christian school for a reason. And that is not to say that drugs, sex, abuse, all of that stuff doesn't happen at a Christian school, because it absolutely does. And I am not blind to the fact that it exists everywhere. And I cannot bubble wrap my children and keep them from knowing all these things and experiencing all these things. So this is the scenario. I took my children, my 6 boys, to school yesterday, and I pull up to the front door, and right smack dab in front of me is a mom dropping off her 2 children, and on the back windshield is a huge ad. It takes up the entire back window. It's not in the corner. It is the entire thing, and it is her OnlyFans page, and her name. So you can go find it. I'm stunned. I'm shocked. I was disgusted. Like, why am I looking at this? And I'm thinking, like, I have 3 teen boys right behind me. I have 1 preteen that turns 13 in a couple months. And then I have 2 younger ones. Like, why am I looking at this? I'm angry because I feel like if this has been a running problem, then this is a threat to my children's innocence. It's a threat to my children's lustful desires. It's a threat to their heart. It's a threat to their mind. It is a safety concern for my children's whole being, because we see what promiscuity and distorted sexuality and all that stuff has done. And I'm not going to argue like anything about anything like that, right? So I take this as a direct threat to my children. So I'm offended and angry that as a parent to children at a school that I'm paying for, a lot of them have scholarships too, but they don't cover their entire tuition, but I'm paying for a Christian school and I'm abiding by the rules, no matter if I agree with them or not. Like, some of the rules, you know what? I think they are nonsense, but that's not a mountain I'm going to die on. That's not a mountain I'm going to invest any time in. However, this is one, because this is the health of my children's eyes and their hearts and their sexuality and their minds, and I'm not notified. So then I talk to my sons and I say, hey, boys, has this been an ongoing problem? What are kids talking about this? And they laugh it off and they're like, oh yeah, Mom, it's been a problem for a while. A kid was expelled for using a school device to look her up, which I'm like, he wouldn't have looked her up had it not been allowed on school property. So they're like, yeah, it's been a problem for a while, and kids talk about it all the time. My younger kids have said this, and I'm just like, why am I not notified of this? Why am I having to drive up and see this right in front of me? Why don't you give me the option to know the threat that is right in front of my children, so I have a say-so on removing that threat? And then I picked them up today, and there's a different car, and there on the back of windshield of that car is the same OnlyFans page. And I'm beyond livid. Beyond livid. So tell me how you would feel if this were your child, your children, you or me. Yeah, just tell me how you would feel.